other night. Been working all week and got myself right. When you're on a loud pedal, it ain't time to make friends. I didn't come to run second, I came here to win, yeah. It's go time now, grip your wheel real tight. We ain't NASCAR nice, it's a dirt track fight. You wanna make a name, you wanna go far, you gotta outrun the best of Team BLR, yeah.
Your late call now, turn number 4, he's gonna slide up, here comes Slinger! Drag race to the line, Dixon Slinger got it!
What a finish!
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, it is championship night here for the Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series, and tonight we come to the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Matt Bailey as we get set to take a look at your qualifying results on screen. Trevor Meyer goes quick time, Jared Getz goes second quick, and Isaac Soares will go third quick. We'll see 3 heats on the program. Ethan Huey, Aston Rodriguez round out the top 5. Butler, Hathaway, Urish, Petty, and Wilson will be your top 10 drivers. Matt, welcome to Championship Night, welcome to Fairbury, and welcome to King of Sling, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It's going to be a cracking show tonight, and let's get set right now for heat race number 1.
Landon Hathaway lines up the 10 machine from position number 1 to the outside of the front row. It's Ethan Huey out of position number 2.
Position number 3, inside row number 2 with the 9 machine of Trevor Meyer. Position number 4 to his outside, the 14 machine of Cooper Wilson.
Brian Gunderson rolls off out of position number 5, and they call him the Ice Cream Man. That's Anthony Karp rolling off out of position number 6. It's all championship night here. Isaac Soares has basically locked up the championship, so the battle for the minor placings is going to be on. There's Aston Rodriguez. I'm just trying to think who else. I did have a look at it just before. We'll come back to that in a second, but here we go. Heat number 1. We are green. 9 laps on the board. Championship night here at Fairbury is underway.
Down to turns 1 and 2. They go down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time. Landon Hathaway is your early race leader down the main straight. They run into turns 1 and 2. They start lap number 2. Still in good file, mostly through turns 1 and 2. Big wheel stand from Cooper Wilson there in position number 4 at the moment. But Ethan Huey as well. Fight battle for the race lead down to the main straightaway into turns 1 and 2, Brett.
Yeah, Huey going to make the pass on Landon Hathaway. Hathaway going to try and fight back through the middle of the speedway down into turns 3 and 4. Keep an eye on Trevor Meyer rolling the bottom side, trying to catch up to Hathaway and Huey. Side by side for your race lead. 3 down, 6 to run. 1 car pulling in Pittsfield. That's Brian Gunderson. But it's going to be Ethan Huey taking lead lap number 4.
Yeah, hopefully no issues with the Gunderson machine there as well, pulling into the pit area. So, Ethan Huey, your race leader down into turn number 3 and 4, running the bottom side of the speedway. Down the main straight they run right now. They've got 3 laps left to go, or 4 laps left to go this time by. Down the back chute they run. Ethan Huey, Landon Hathaway, and Trevor Meyer, your top 3.
Yeah, Fairbury American Legion Speedway playing host to Championship Night here for the Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series presented by Kings of Sling and Sheets of Fresh Food made to order. Ethan Huey leading the way. 2 laps left to run. The battle is on now because here comes Trevor Meyer. He's gotten up to second position. Hathaway slipping back to position number 3. And Meyer might just be running out of time. Matt, they'll come to the white flag. 1 to run.
Down the main straight they run with 1 lap to go. Ethan Huey, he's got 2 more corners to negotiate here around the Fairbury Speedway. The 52 machine out of turn number 4 this time by, crosses the stripe and secures the win in heat race number 1. Trevor Meyer will come home in the second spot, and Landon Hathaway will round out your podium in heat race number 1. Good heat race tonight for the midgets so far. We'll get set to take a look at your official results for heat race number 1.
Well, here they are. Ethan Huey, Trevor Meyer, Landon Hathaway go 1, 2, and 3. Cooper Wilson, Anthony Karp 4th and 5th, and Brian Gunderson just completing a couple laps before pulling the number 80 machine into the pit area. Heat number 2 will line up like this. Manning Erich lines up the 25 machine from position number 1. Aston Rodriguez drives the car 30 machine from position number 2.
Jared Getz will line up the 08 machine out of position number 3. Shane Yates out of position number 4 for Rocket Racing in the 11 machine. And Austin Medea, in the 20 machine. It will start out of position number 5, the Pennsylvanian in the number 20 machine. Down the back of the field in this one. So, let's get set to go. Pace car will get set to pull in very shortly. The yellow lights will go out around the racetrack and we'll let them loose for another nine laps here for heat race number 2.
Alex, I was talking about Alex, you used to saying Alex. Matt, I was talking about the points with the championship. It was all the battle between Huey, Hathaway, and Meyer. Those drivers actually 3, 4, and 5 in the points championships. Aston Rodriguez, who runs in second in the points championships, starts second in heat number 2. Green is out, 9 on the board.
First lap through turns 1 and 2. Settled down nicely though. Aston Rodriguez had a look for the race lead though. Couldn't get the pass completed. Down the main straight they're on. They kick over to lap number 2 now. Oh, Rodriguez gets all sorts of tight in turns 1 and 2. Locked up the front end on that race car and lost 1 position. Jared Getz now holds down the second position, down to 1 and 2. They go.
Yeah, it's Manning Harris leading the way. Jared Getz, who's been pretty consistent over the past 5 to 6 weeks of competition. Right now, he runs in second position, trying to catch up to your race leader, Manning Harris, in the 25 machine. These 1, 2, 9 team cars. Well, they've got about 5 or 6 of the drivers on hand here tonight, each and every week, and we see those drivers consistently up towards the front of the field. And of course, another one of their drivers, Isaac Soares, who's basically already crowned your points champion coming into tonight. He's in attendance here as well. So, again, keep an eye on the 129 guys as Jared Getz takes a pass for the race lead. But here comes Manning Harris back to the inside into turn number 1 and 2. Drag race off turn 2 for the lead.
Down into turn number 3 and 4. What a race! It's going to be Sly Job City here in Fairbury very shortly. There it is. The pass for the race lead. Manning Harris takes the race lead back down the back, shooting to turn number 3 and 4. They've got 2 laps left to run, this time by Jared Getz. All sorts and all over the back of the 25 machine at the moment, but here comes Aston Rodriguez to the inside of Jared Getz.
Yeah, Rodriguez nearly caught the inside tyre there down into turn number 3. The white flag is out. 1 to run for your race leader, Manning Harris. Here comes Getz one more time, working down the back straight away for the final time into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Manning Harris will lead. A big wheel stand there by Jared Getz. He'll come home in second. Rodriguez third. Then we'll go back to Shane Yates in fourth, and Austin Medea, who will complete your 5-car heat race in heat number 2. Your penultimate heat race of the season for the Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series. Heat 2 results coming up on your screen. Confirmation that Manning Harris gets the win from Jared Getz, Aston Rodriguez, Shane Yates, and Austin Medea round out the top 5. Heat number 3, your third and final heat race of the night and the final heat of the season. Carl Petty lines up the 82 machine from position number 1 to the outside. It's the 22 of Caden Butler.
Position number 3 will be the 2 machine of Isaac Soares. And position 4 will be the 17 machine of Jimmy Kuberneck. Sorry.
Is what I'm gonna
We'll go with that one in the 17 car. And Joshua Pack in the 002 machine will line up out of position number 5. Brett, final heat race of the night. Championship night here at Fairbury. We got Kyle Petty and Isaac Soares on the front row. And I believe the man on the outside of the front row, or inside row number 2, sorry, is your points champion.
Yes, he is. That will be Isaac Soares. He pilots car number 2. So we've got a pair of 2s out there on the racetrack. The inside, it's a pink and white machine, will be crowned the new Kings of Sling Walters Racing Graphics Midget Champion. Kyle Petty, he's 6th in the point standings coming into tonight. Don't think he can jump any further up because he is about 88 points away from Trevor May in 5th position, considering that we're looking at about 15 cars here this evening for Championship night. I don't think that is going to change too much for Carl Petty, but the green flag is out, and what's not going to change is Carl Petty will lead through 1 and 2, but it might just change into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Isaac Soares to the inside, looking for the race lead off turn number 4.
Oh, what a start to heat race number 3 into turns 1 and 2. Down the back straight away, Isaac Soares. What a driver, and smart drive as well by the number 2 machines.
Good. Oh, not sure what's going on with the connection there for Matt Bay, but hopefully we'll get that one figured out. Oh, it's back.
Sorry, mate. Unplugged the microphone by accident.
You know what? You know what we're going to call you? You're a silly sausage, mate. You're a silly sausage.
Silly sausage. My bad. All good. So, heat race number 3, Isaac Soares. What a drive, and smart drive as well so far tonight for Isaac Soares. Kyle Petty back there in the 82 machine so far here in heat race number 3. They got about 4 laps left to run, Brett.
4 to run. Yeah, Nicholas Silly Sausage, wrong tag, buddy. Soares, Petty, Butler, Kuberneck. Your 4 cars on the racetrack here for the final race of the season. The Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series presented by Kings of Sling and Sheets. It's still Isaac Soares. He's going to the top in turn number 3 and 4. That's going to open up the door back for Kyle Petty down into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side for the race lead. Petty and Soares. Who's going to have it? It's going to be Soares in the middle of the racetrack. Petty to the bottom. Petty back to the race lead. Soares now turns it back underneath him. White flag is out.
Down to 1 and 2 they go. Wowee, what a drive for Isaac Soares. Slide job in 1 and 2. Into turn number 3 and 4. He's got one last look, Kyle Petty. And Isaac Soares will take out the win in heat race number 3. Your final heat race of the night. And wowee, what a run for Isaac Soares. Awesome drive. He opened up the door slightly in turn number 3 when he went to the top side, Brett. But, well, he got the job done.
Yeah, he certainly did. Now, that will be all for the heat racing action. Now, I've just got to grab something else up because there was going to be a draw done tonight. Now, seeing as though we've got this, we're going to bring this over here. We're going to put the names in. So this is the draw for, I will tell you here in a second, but we're going to input the names, and this is for the Kings of Sling prize. So you can see this is all done live on air. So while the cars are going on to the racetrack, I'm pretty sure it's for V3 pedals, I believe it is. So we'll get down on that one. Yes, there it is, Brendan Yamrick, V3 pedals. So I was right on that one. So this is live on air. You can see the 5 names that I've been given from Brandon Yamrick, and this is the spin, ladies and gentlemen. The power of positivity. Your winner is Matthew Ogden. That's some nice little handy music. There you go, Matthew Ogden. You are the winner of some V3 pedals. Thanks to Brandon Yamrick and Kings of Sling for making that happen. We appreciate those. So well done to Matthew Ogden. We've got a 5-minute warm-up session. We'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Come back, we'll pay a couple of bills and be back with your 55-lap main event. Championship night here at the Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway, presented to you by Kings of Sling and Sheets Fresh Food made to order.
Here they come out, turn number 4, he's gonna slide up, here comes Slinger! Drag race to the line, Dixon Slinger got it!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Matt Bailey on the mic here right now. And we are about to wrap up your warm-up session for tonight here for Championship Night here at for the Kings of Sling, here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway for the Midgets here tonight. Isaac Soares has rounded out your points tally for tonight, and now it's all on for the minor placings here tonight. Kyle Petty, we saw him have a good heat race as well, as we got Ethan Ewey on screen at the moment in the number 52 machine, just warming up the race car, getting some laps in on the racetrack as well. So, warm-up session is done, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get set to go into feature race action for tonight. And Brett Wheeler just had to step aside for a moment, unfortunately, so the grid won't come up onto your screen, but we do have your placings on the grid at the moment as well. From position number 16, will be the number 80 machine of Brian Gunderson. Position number 15 with a 002 machine of Joshua Pack. Position 14 will be the 20 machine of Austin Medea. Position number 13 will be the 90 machine of Anthony Calf. Position number 12 will be the 17 machine of Jimmy Kerbank. Position number 10 will be the number 22 machine of Caden Butler. Position number 9 with a 14 machine of Cooper Wilson. Position 8 with a 30 machine of Aston Rodriguez. Position 7 will be the 10 machine of Landon Hathaway. Position 6, outside row number 3, will be... outside row number 3 with the 08 machine of Kyle Petty. Position number 5 will be the 8 car of Jared Getz. Position 4, outside row number 2 will be the 25 car of Manning Urish. Position number 3, inside row number 2 will be the 52 car of Ethan Ewey. Position and your front row is Isaac Soares, your points leader. Can he get the job done tonight? And Trevor Meyer will be your pole sitter for tonight. We are green here at Fairbury. Right now to turns 1 and 2. Meyer on the bottom side of the speedway and backs up the race car as well. Isaac Soares, your early race leader out of turn number 4. They got a lot of fuel in these race cars right now as well, ladies and gentlemen, as we can see on the speedway. And, well, it is all on like Donkey Kong right now here at Fairbury. Isaac Soares, your race leader, pulls a minor wheel stand in turns 1 and 2. Down the back straight, they run Ethan Ewey on screen. Down the main straightaway they go. Joshua Pack out of the race for tonight. Brian Gunderson around the back of the field as well. Here comes 3 wide. Down the back chute into turn number 3 and 4. Jared Getz bouncing the race car out of turn number 4 as well. Caught the lip there in turn number 3. And we are caution. Yellow, yellow, yellow. So the cars will come down to a slower pace on the speedway. The pace car back out onto the racetrack. And we will... Unfortunately, no replay at the moment. So we will find out what happens on the speedway. It looks like Jimmy Kubanak as well back into the pits in the 17 machine. Looks like he was the cause of that yellow there on the racetrack. So we will definitely see what happens. And a good start so far for Isaac Soares here tonight in the midgets as well. Got the heat race win in heat race number 3. And wow-wee, what a show so far tonight, race fans. And we are about to see a show. So far, 5 laps complete. We're going to have 50 laps left to run. And this track is going to be slick, slick, slick when it goes to about maybe lap 15, lap 20. And we will see what happens here tonight at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. The cars will line up in 2 wide formation for this restart. And we will get set to let them loose. Looks like Jared Getz arguing position on the speedway. It's not going to be a good start. Looks like it's going to be single file. No, 2 wide formation. As the yellow flag resumes on the speedway. Officials not happy with the lineup on the racetrack at the moment. So Isaac Soares is your race leader We're going to have 50 laps left to run. Looks like a car getting a wave around there on the racetrack and looking to get his lap back on the speedway. And we will get set to go back to the green flag. Isaac Source and Jared Getz on the outside of the front row. Ethan Huey and Cooper Wilson out of row number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back to green. Oh no, cars all over the racetrack. I think we're going to go back to yellow. Doesn't seem like so though. We're staying green so far in turn number 3 and 4. Isaac Soares is your race leader. Down the main chute into turns 1 and 2. Gets to the top side. Ethan Huey back in position number 3.
Yeah, nice job by Isaac Source to get into the race lead. Jerry gets in second. Ethan Huey 1, 2 and 3 for the team. 1, 2, 9 cars. In fact, they go 1, 2, 3, 4. Nearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's Cooper Wilson to break up the top 5. Landon Hathaway's pretty quick around here. Jared Getz and Ethan Huey nearly come together there on the exit of turn number 4. The cut down line was nearly working there for Jared Getz, but Jared Getz closing in on your race leader down into turn number 3.
Turn number 4 this time by race fans. Down the main chute, Isaac Soares. What a drive. So far tonight, we're about lap number 9 into this 55 lap feature. Oh no, big crash, your race leader involved. And we are caution on the speedway. Isaac Soares got all bunched up in that one. Hopefully no damage on the race car as well. Jared Getz, your second place getter, involved in that crash, and wow. Anthony Calf back to the pit area in the 90 machine. Looks like he was the cause of the yellow spun in turn number 3 and 4. And wowee. So what's going to happen here now? This is going to throw the field out of whack. Isaac Soares is going to have some work to do in that number 2 machine if he wants to get back up to the front of the field. Give the race lead now to Ethan Huey. Manny Yurish back in position 2. Landon Hathaway and Cooper Wilson will round out your top 4.
I'll wait for the timing and scoring to update itself, but tell you what, tough break for the likes of Isaac Soares, Jared Getz, both drivers involved in that one. How about Ethan Huey now? He's now your race leader. Aston Rodriguez getting a little wave around there from race control. The lights go out on the pace truck, or the safety car, I should say. And I believe we're going green this time by. In fact, they probably should delay it one more time, but no, we're going to go back to green this time by.
Ethan Huey set to lead the way out of turn number 4 this time by. We're back to green flag racing. Down the main chute, they go into turns 1 and 2. Ethan Huey knows now he can't do anything silly in that race car. He's got to hold it down nicely if he wants to continue leading the race. Manning Yurish, though, back in the second spot. And Landon Hathaway, as we alluded to earlier, pretty quick around here at Fairbury. Saw the car just bouncing around a little bit in turns 1 and 2. Caught the lip there in turn 1 and 2, though. And down the main straight they go. They're starting lap number 12 of 55.
There's still plenty of circuits to go around the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Trouble there for Manning Yurish in the 25 machine. And just at the right time, he'll be able to get his spot back. We are yellow here on Championship Night here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. The Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series. And, well, Matt, you know this racetrack. It is elbows up. It is a tight little bull ring. And just that one little mistake could spell the disaster of maybe going on to a win or a podium or ending back up on pit road.
Yeah, that's right, mate, as well. And, well, this racetrack, as we know, in turns 1 and 2, and then also in turns 3 and 4, if you enter on the low side of the speedway, there is a big lip and the car bounces around like you wouldn't believe. So it's always elbows up in these midgets because that's what pops the front wheels up in these race cars. Obviously, no downforce on these midget cars as well. So, like a sprint car where you've got the downforce with the top wing and the front wing on those machines as well. So, hopefully, we'll see what happens. No drivers get caught up with that lip in turns 1 and 2, and also in turns 3 and 4. We're back to green flag, though. Down the main straight into turns 1 and 2.
Huey, Manning Yurish and Hathaway 1, 2 and 3 as we'll complete lap number 13. Still 42 laps around the Fairbury American Legion Speedway Championship Night We know Isaac Soares, he's already been crowned the championship, but the battle for the minor placings in the championship, well, they are still underdetermined right now. We are yellow.
It looks like a car wanting to come back out onto the speedway. Can't determine who that is at the moment. There was one of the eliminator cars, believe. I couldn't just quite make out who that car was. So it could have been the 17 car of Jimmy Kerbanak, sorry. In the 17 machine, because he was back in the pit area earlier on. So it looks like he's back out and rejoined the field in that 17 car.
That's the Enviro Fab. That's the Team's car, isn't it?
It is. Envirolab, yes it is. The Team's car. There was a few of those cars actually when they had those cars run around at the Chili Bowl. Michael Pickens, I believe, drove one as well. One of the Envirolab Varco Wheels cars. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is all on right now. And how about Isaac Soares? Had to restart at the back of the field as well, and he's back up to the 5th spot. He restarted in position number 12 after that little ordeal there in turn number 3 and 4 with Jared Getz. So Getz as well back down. He's out of the race for tonight in that 08 machine. He's back in position 13, and that is what he will be awarded with tonight. We are back under racing though here at Fairbury.
Our green flag is back out. Yui, Irish, Hathaway, Isaac Soares back up to position number 4, and Carl Penny rounds out the top 5. So the team 129 cars are on lockdown at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rodriguez, Wilson, Medea, Yates, Meyer, Gunderson, and Kivanek, the 12 cars still left circulating around the Fairbury Speedway. It is Ethan Yui continuing to lead the way. Hathaway trying to make the moves there on Manning Urish into turn number 1. Out of turn 2 and down into 3 we run. It's still Manning Urish holds down the bridesmaid position at the moment.
Yeah, have a look at Isaac Soares as well. Restarted in the 5th spot. Now up to position number 4 on the speedway. And he's absolutely motoring in that race car right now. In that number 2 machine, the pink and white entry on the bottom side of the speedway. And have a look at Landon Hathaway as well. Fighting for the 2nd spot as a turn number 3.
Good battle between Urish and Hathaway. Hathaway on the inside, the blue and white number 10 machine. Urish in the 25. Look at Soares just behind, or about 4 or 5 car lengths behind in the pink and white machine. He went right upstairs to the concrete wall in turns number 1 and 2. But not going to do anything in 3 and 4. And again, trying to roll the top side, trying to get the momentum up before he switches back to the bottom side into turns 3 and 4. We are yellow. Matt, well, you've raced sprint cars before. You've raced go-karts and juniors. Have you ever raced a midget?
Mate, I'll tell you what, I had a go in one, and I'll tell you what, it's a whole nother animal with these race cars. They're a 4-cylinder engine, 380 horsepower. Well, back then they were, and I think they've round them now to about 400 horsepower. But with no downforce on these race cars, I tell you what, I have a lot of respect for speed car or midget car drivers across the world, and these cars are just an absolute different animal to drive. And I tell you what, I was absolutely, my pants turned from a specific color into a different color when I got into one, because I was absolutely scared to jump in this race car, because with no downforce, you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know how the car's going to react, and it's like I said, a whole nother animal with a midget car.
What are they like to drive? Because it's probably one of only a handful of cars I actually haven't driven in Speedway.
Mate, it's a whole nother ball game. The steering obviously pretty much the same as a sprint car, but obviously a little bit more tricky. You got a lot more elbows up and things like that in those race cars. So, like I said, no downforce compared to a sprint car where you got the top wing and the front wing. But like I said, I do have a lot of respect for midget car drivers now.
All right, well, we're back underway right now. It's still Ethan Yui leading from what is now Isaac Soares. Aston Rodriguez has slipped up into, 4th position. Manning Urish into 3rd. Isaac Soares, Ethan Yui the race leader, watching Hathaway. Trevor Meyer battle it out side by side. Meyer on the inside of the 9 machine. We are yellow, one car upside down. I think that might be Cooper Wilson in the 14 machine.
I do believe it is, mate. He's already gone back to the pit area, got the virtual tow as well. So just alluding to as well, Brett, with Midget cars, and obviously I'm not sure whether a lot of people do understand the difference with these race cars. They do sit a little bit differently as well when you see them parked on the infield or parked in your pit area at your local speedway. You see them moved. The rear end of the chassis actually sits a little bit further to the left than what a sprint car does. A sprint car obviously has a bigger right rear tyre and a smaller left rear tyre, but with midget cars, they're actually close to the same circumference with the tyres on the right rear and left rear, but obviously the same sort of, exactly the same circumference on the two fronts as well. But you'll see the back of the car with the difference in the stagger with the way that the chassis sits towards the left. We're back under green though here at Fairbury. Ethan Huey though, back to the race lead. Isaac Sauce to the top side. Down the back chute they run into turn number 3 and 4. Isaac Sauce hit that lip in turn number 4 as well. Picked up the front end out of turn into turn number 3. Sauce though back to the cushion. Banging the boards down here at Fairbury right now. Oh, he got into the back of Ethan Huey, the 52 machine. And we are still under green flag though here back at the Fairbury Speedway. Sauce back to the top side in 1 and 2. Here comes Manning Urish to the inside of Sauce. Sauce now through the middle of turn 3 and 4. Urish though in turn number 1 and 2. Landon Hathaway back to the 4th spot as well. He's now out of a podium position. But here comes Aston Rodriguez though in the 6th position, that number 30 machine.
Good battle on for the minor placings. Once again, Sauls and Irish side by side. Irish on the inside in the 25 with the grey and orange machine. Then you go to the outside, the 2, the pink and white of Isaac Sauce. Back to the blue and white number 10 machine of Landon Hathaway. Here comes Sauce back to the inside, down into turn number 3. Little slide job there on Manning Irish. Irish turns it back underneath him again. They race wheel to wheel down into turn number 1 and 2. And here comes the 10 of Landon Hathaway rolling the top side.
Down the back chute they run. Textbook slide job in turn number 3 and 4. They're playing slide job city right now here at the Fairbury Speedway. We're cranking over to lap number 32 of 55. Still a fair few laps to go here at Fairbury tonight, but have a look at Landon Hathaway. What a run through the middle in turn number 3 and 4. And also on the top side of the speedway, running the cushion like a boss.
Hathaway, Irish, wheel to wheel down the back stretch of the turns 3 and 4. Irish got some mechanical issues on the 25 machine. Hathaway now into position number 3. Oh, there we go. Here comes Irish back again. Now Hathaway to the middle he goes. Top 1 and 2, middle 3 and 4. That was the line that Isaac Sauce was trying to run about 10 laps ago, but 21 to go. And right now Isaac Sauce is going to have his hands full of the number 10 machine of Landon Hathaway.
Yeah, we come to 20 laps to go here at Fairbury Speedway, race fans. Isaac Sauce through the middle part of the speedway. Catches that lip coming out of turn number 2 though. Here comes Hathaway into turn number 3. Catches the lip as well in turn number 3 and 4. Down the main chute they run into turn number 1 and 2. 19 laps to run here at Fairbury. Right now Isaac Sauce holding it down in turn number 3 and 4 in position number 2 at the moment. Your race leader though is Ethan Huey.
Yeah, Huey has had a stranglehold on the race lead ever since that caution came out. About 3 or 4 cautions to go where it got Isaac Sauce and Jared Getz caught up. And since then, he has not relinquished the race lead. And with 16, make the 17, it'll be 16 and a bit to go as we work the backstretch. This time by laps are starting to close down and wind down here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway Championship night of the Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series.
Yeah, I think there might be some issues with that number 2 machine of Isaac Sauce, though. Had a little bit of an issue there. Aston Rodriguez caught him big time in turn 3 and 4 a couple of laps ago as well, Brett. But Landon Hathaway absolutely motoring in that race car at the moment. He's got that car locked down, as we would say in midget racing.
Well, Sauce going to the bottom side, and we are yellow with what will be 14 laps to go. And boy, oh boy, Matt, it is starting to wind down. Ethan Huey, I wonder if he's got nerves of steel right now, because no doubt he'll know that the likes of Landon Hathaway, Isaac Sauce, he knows those drivers. He knows his teammates are really quick. And he's just got to survive another 14 laps to take out what would be his first win of the season. I think we've only had I want to say 3 different winners in the 8 rounds. It's been a series dominated by Isaac Soares. Thinking Dylan Yeager's got one, and I want to say Rico Robles has got one as well. So I'm pretty sure Robles picked up a race at Lanier. Yeager picked up a win at Charlotte, I want to say last week or the week before. So it would be our 4th different winner in what is 9 weeks of racing. And again, the only repeat winner happens to be Isaac Soares.
Yeah, that's right, mate, as well. And just watching him here tonight, I have kept in the loop with this Midget series because I thought it was pretty interesting with the Kings of Sling as well, and throwing on this Midget series. It's pretty cool to see Isaac Soares absolutely dominate this series. And, well, as you can see as well, race fans, whether these race cars are driven, they're thrown a little bit more into the corner as well, or driven a little bit more into the corner compared to a sprint car as well. So you can see the difference with these race cars as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got about 14 laps left to go. Let's get set to let them loose out of 4. Back to green.
Back to green.
Down to...
Go.
Sorry,
So,
mate. All good.
You go.
Down to 1 and 2. They run into turn number 3 and 4. Ethan Newey right now on the bubble. The race for the lead out turn number 4. Hathaway to the top side. In turn number 1 and 2. Hathaway has it down the back chute. Big wheel stand from the 52 machine. Here comes Rodriguez. Oh no, Yui upside down.
Well. All that work has just come undone. Ethan Newey, with 11 to go, finds himself up on his lid.
Wow, what a wheel stand as well down the back chute. I think, as we said before, Brett, we would say in midget racing, it is the commentator's curse, or we'll say that in Speedway in general, because we said he might have the nerves of steel, and you can see Landon Hathaway trying to get him back onto his wheels there, and unfortunately unsuccessful. So Ethan Newey will reside back in the pit area for the rest of the race tonight, and that is very unfortunate. It would have been cool to see him pick up the win, as he's led most of the race so far here tonight, obviously with the inclusion of the 2 machine of Isaac Soares and the 08 car of Jared Getz getting together there in turn number 3 and 4 with Anthony Calf as well. So give the race lead now to the 30 machine, the Slick Apparel TJS Sim Sports number 30 machine of Aston Rodriguez. So he will have the race lead coming back to the green flag, this time by out of turn number 4. A bit of mechanical issues there for the 30 machine. We're back to green though at turn number 4.
Oh, Trevor Meyer tagged the back of Isaac Soares there on the start. Here comes Kubanek up into the top 5. And we have what is 7 cars left on the racetrack for the final 10 laps of competition here in the Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series. Big slide jump attempt there by Soares on Rodriguez. Rodriguez turns it back underneath. You watching Manieri trying to come through the field as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, good car control for Isaac Soares as well. Just almost caught the tag there, and well, as we said before, commentator's curse is all out and about tonight, and we are yellow. Isaac Soares just caught the left rear of the 30 machine of Aston Rodriguez, and well, it is all down now to the final 9 laps of competition here tonight at the Fairbury Speedway. Now, what's going to happen with placings? Looks like Rodriguez will regain the race lead, and Isaac Soares will hold down the 2nd position. Manning Urish, it looks like Rodriguez back to the pit area in the 30 car. Might have some damage on that machine. So, Jimmy Kubanak as well, moving back up in the field in the 17 car. He was back in the pit area a little bit earlier on as well. Brandon had some issues with that race car. So, good to see him back out now in a top 2 position.
Yeah, looking at the timing and scoring screen as well, Rodriguez and Soares, both drivers being sent to the tail end of the field. Although there's only, 8 cars on the racetrack. Ethan Newey actually coming back out onto the raceway as well. So that'll be some good points going forward for him in the championship stands. Again, the championship battle between 2nd through to about 5th, I think it was that was certainly going to shake things up. Green flag is out. We are working on 8 to run.
Yeah, back down to turns 1 and 2. The green flag back out here at the Fairbury Speedway. Meaning Urish as well. Let's see what happens with this 25 machine. He doesn't have to do anything silly. In that 25 car, almost hits the lip in turns 1 and 2. Down the back chute they run. Cole Petty now up to the second spot in position number 2 at the moment. The 82 car coming through the field, but Isaac Saws not wasting any time in that 2 machine. Back up to a top 5 position at the moment.
There comes Jimmy Kubanek on the outside. He's up into position number 3, but now look at Trevor Meyer. They'll bang wheels out of turn 4. Here comes Isaac Saws hitting the infield tyre. The silly sausage should have read the Power Plats presentation. He should know that they don't move.
Yeah, that's right, mate, as well. So, as per the Power Plats presentation worldwide, the walls and the infield tractor tyres do not move at any speedway, whether it is real life or here on the iRacing service.
I reckon
so Isaac Saws now
hard enough. They actually do move in real life.
That's true. That is true. So Isaac Saws now back down to the 7th position, but he still has the championship in the bag. What would happen with points as well here tonight at the Fairbury Speedway? 2 laps to go here for the final 2 laps here at the Fairbury Speedway Championship night for the Kings of Sling Midgets.
White flag, 1 to go for your race leader, Manning Urish in the 25 now. Will find himself out of turn number 2. Down the back straight away for the final time. Into corners number 3. Out of corner number 4. He will pick up his first main event of the season, I should say. Manning Urish gets the job done. Coming home in 2nd place will be Kyle Petty. 3rd of the line is going to be Aston Rodriguez. Jimmy Kubanek in 4th. Trevor Meyer rounds out your top 5. Let's look at those official results for you on screen. And here they are officially. Manning Urish gets the win ahead of Kyle Petty, Aston Rodriguez, Jimmy Kubanek, and Trevor Meyer, your top 5.
Isaac Saws back down in position number 6. Landon Hathaway in position number 7. Ethan Ewe in position number 8. Brian Gunderson in 9. And Austin Madej will round out your top 10.
Then we go back to Cooper Wilson, 11, Shane Yates, Jared Getz, Anthony Calf, Caden Butler was your top 15 drivers, and Joshua Pack at a plus 55 laps down. Matt, that wraps up Championship night. Of course, we'll chat to our top 3, and then I believe we're going to chat to, the top 3 in the point standings as well, or we'll chat to your winner at least. But we'll take a quick break, come back on the other side of this, post-race coverage of the Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. And we are back here on UltimateDirtTV coverage and post-race coverage of the Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway, presented to you by Kings of Sling and Sheets, fresh food made to order. Let's go trackside and chat to your winner here tonight. First time feature winner this season. It is Manning Urish. Manning, congratulations on this feature win. And, well, you finally get a feature win, albeit at the end of the season, but nonetheless, what a nice way to wrap up championship night.
Yeah, the season's been really frustrating. I feel like I haven't gotten any traction at all. But we figured it out here this week, finally.
what's been the difference between tonight and the previous 8 weeks, or 9 weeks, I should say?
Well, really, we just went to my best track and I figured it out and just got lucky, really.
Now, this is a tough racetrack. This is probably one of the toughest racetracks on the service. What makes this racetrack what makes it your favorite racetrack?
I just like the bull ring to it. I like how fast everything's going. It's just really fun to me, and I've run it a lot, obviously.
Mate, 55 laps for championship night. You still had your work cut out for you, coming from position number 3. Again, a stout field as we've seen all season long. What was your game plan going into a long race here tonight?
Really, it was just to survive, just try to keep my nose clean and make it through the race.
Well, mate, congratulations on the win of the final race of the season. I'm not sure where that's going to put you in terms of championship points, but nice to rack up a feature win here with the Kings of Sling in the Midget Series. Manning, before we let you go, a lot of good sponsors on this race. Got a lot of people behind the scenes that help you and this 25 machine. Who gets this done for you?
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys at 129, Isaac, Trevor for the setups, Trent for the paints, everybody else for supporting me. That's about it.
Manning Irish, home in first place here tonight. Home in second place, standing by with Matt Bailey.
Yeah, standing down here at Kyle Petty's 82 machine. Kyle, mate, what a run here tonight. Obviously, 55 laps was the distance for the feature race, mate. Coming into tonight, what was sort of the game plan coming into the feature race here tonight?
Well, the game plan kind of got scrapped when everything, everybody started wrecking. So I was just trying to run clean and run smooth there.
Mate, it was an awesome run here by you and your team here tonight, mate. Obviously, run us through the night. So the track changed. Obviously, it was quite tacky throughout the heat races, and obviously went a little bit slick there in the feature races. What sort of changes did you have to make to the race car?
Oh, I really didn't make much changes. I just let Trevor do that. I just run the car. So
Mate, obviously, decent run here tonight. Obviously, home in the second position, mate. Obviously, a lot of the guys behind the scenes working on this race car. Now's the time to thank these people, mate.
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Trevor, Isaac, Trent for the paints, the whole 129 team. They're just a blast to race with.
Mate, congratulations on second position here tonight, and a good way to stack up here for the Kings of Sling midgets as well, mate. Awesome race here tonight, mate, and we'll hopefully see you back here next season.
Thank you, boys.
Well, that was Kyle Petty there. We're going to cross back down now to Brett Wheeler with Isaac Saucy Championships points winner.
Well, he might not have finished tonight. He would have liked to. A 6th place finish for this drive, but he is now officially your Kings of Sling Midget Season Champion. That I want to say with 5 wins on the season. Isaac, congratulations. First of all, I want to say on a 6th place here tonight. It's not the finish that you would have liked to have had, but more importantly, congratulations on the season championship.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's go. We'll talk about tonight's race, because we'll get that one out of the way, and then we'll talk about the. Yeah, kind of. What happened? Simple question. What happened?
I don't know. I was pretty good there at the start, and I was out front, and got kind of caught up with a lap car, and it was funny. I said something about feeling a wreck coming on, and then the car spun out kind of right in front of me, and I smoked him and had to get a faster pair, and then came back out and worked my way kind of back up to where I was battling with Aston for the lead, and I slid, and I wasn't planning on clearing him, and he was just running a cut down line, one of those racing deals where we got into each other, so it sent me to the back again, but oh well, stuff happens. You want a better result, but had a fun time racing.
All right, the first half of the season, I think you went about four races in a row. It took a race at Lania, I think it was, to finally get you beaten. From there, it had been back in victory lane 1 week and then not, and then consistent podiums. Overall, obviously being the championship or being the champion, 5 wins out of the 10 races. That's not a bad way to put your name forward in the Kings of Sling history books.
Oh, yeah. I mean, take every win you can get here. I mean, all those 129 guys are really tough. I mean, Aston comes out, and he's gotten me a couple times, and I got lucky by last lap at Kokomo, I think, and got by him. But there's a bunch of fast guys in here, so it's just take everything you can get, and that's a little bit of luck here and there. But happy with the overall season.
We know you had a different paint scheme on last week just to prove to some people that you're not here to run for the fun of it. You're here to contend and and really take those championships, whether it's in officials or whether it's in league races. What does this mean to you to now be crowned as the King of Sling Midget Season Champion?
It's an honor. BEMs puts on great races every week, and I'm looking forward to hopping into some of the big blocks. And that paint scheme, it is a little more about fun. I think other people might not see it as fun, but I know my guys over at 129 think it's pretty funny. So we're all about having fun over there, and we just like to be good while we do it.
Yeah, buddy, well, look, well done on the season championship. I'm pretty sure it was 5, maybe 6 wins in the season, so not a bad way to wrap up a 10-week season here with the Kings of Sling and the Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series. Isaac, before we let you go, of course, sponsors on this race car, people behind the scenes, buddy, who gets this done for you each and every week.
Everybody at 129, Ethan, Jared, Trevor, Kyle, Manning, Landon, Tim, been coming back over from TSM and helping us out quite a bit. Trent, TP Designs, Brad, everybody. There's a bunch of people that we couldn't do this without. It takes a while to slick off these midget tracks, so having numbers is it's a good thing.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Isaac Saws, your winner here this season, I should say. Matt, thank you very much for spending your Thursday morning with me and calling the Kings of Sling Walters Racing Graphics Midget Series season finale.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It's been a pleasure, and always a pleasure to jump behind the microphone and commentate any racing here on the iRacing service. And well, it was an awesome race here tonight, mate. But yeah, what else can happen? Obviously Isaac was looking for the win, but yeah, obviously circumstances prevail on these sorts of racetracks and bull ring tracks. But hey, at least it was good racing in the end.
Certainly was. Again, I want to give a quick thank you to a number of people. Obviously, Walters Racing Graphics for being the title sponsor for the Midget Series. Again, Kings of Sling for putting it on. Sheets, fresh food made to order. As well, the Marion Center Raceway, along with Dog Hollow Speedway for jumping on board and giving Brandon Yamrick a bit of help here and there with the season. We'll look forward to the big blocks. I'm not sure when they're going to be starting, whether it's a week or 2 weeks' time, but you can catch all the action right here on UltimateDirtTV, live across Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Of course, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, of course. Big thank you to, of course, the World of Thunder iRacing League, the Nick Linnett Racing Association, Locked On Lads, Velocity Race Designs, and, of course, SpeedShop51.com. Until next time, on behalf of the team here at UltimateDirtTV and the manager behind the scenes, on behalf of Matt Bailey, it's Brett Wheeler signing off saying good night.